And how has soap making impacted your life?
Soap making has completely taken over my life. Okay, so
I feel like you're getting interviewed by Barbara Walters.
well,
over
it's
here,
fantastic. I'm glad she's asking all these questions. This is
Anybody know-
fantastic. I'm going to be able to
anybody know who
reuse all
Barbara
these
Walters
clips.
is?
What?
Does anybody know who Barbara Walters is?
Oh yeah, just me probably. Well, maybe some people, newer people from The View. So, what was the question again?
How has soap making impacted your life?
Oh, okay. Yeah, soap making has completely taken over our lives because, again, we first started making soap as as a hobby and to help out my daughter. And when we started to accumulate a lot of soap, we started giving it to our neighbors and our friends and all that kind of stuff, and then we started a business. But this is a business in my home, right? And
It's actually your home is in the business now.
yeah. And unlike some businesses where you can make something and then sell it the next day, soap making, you can't do that. When I make a bar of soap, I make this bar of soap and then it sits on a shelf in my house for a month. I can't sell it before a month. I can, but if I sold the soap before a month, it wouldn't the water wouldn't fully evaporate from it, and it would be a very soft, mushy bar of soap. And when you use it, it would wash right down the drain. The longer you let it sit, the harder bar you get. So I let it sit here for a month before I even put it on the website, before I even wrap the paper, because if I wrap it right after I make it, the soap bar is going to shrink, and it's going to keep shrinking until it hits that certain threshold where the water has evaporated from it. If I wrap it up now, and then if I wrap it right when I make it, and then a month later, it's going to look like an ill-fitting suit. It won't fit correctly. So, because this is a small business and I'm not a huge business owner, I don't make the soap in a warehouse. I don't store the soap in a warehouse. I make it in my kitchen. I store it in my kitchen and my dining room and my
What used to be your
living room and
The basement.
my basement and my children's bedrooms. There is soap in every room except for AJ's room.
Well, he just left, so.
Right. And our bedroom.
Give us a chance.
There is soap or soap making equipment or material in every room in my home. So it has affected my life in that I feel closed in. We're moving, and a big part of the move is getting the soap out of the living areas. So we're making sure to have a nice big shop area and taking my home back.
But on the positive side,
Of soap making?
yeah.
Oh, you want me to come up with something, or do you have
I'm
something?
saying you're running your own business.
Oh, hey, on the positive side,
How many people?
I am
how
a
many
business
good friends
owner.
do you have now that you've met?
I've met a bazillion people through here. I now, in addition to soap making, we do the podcast with other soap makers, Jesse from Country Lather Soap Works and Shauna from Bawana Bath and Body. The three of us get together weekly and do a podcast about, being a small business owner, mostly soap related, but small business in general. And I've met a lot of great people. July was one of the first people
one.
I met through TikTok and Instagram and social media, and that was just through making soap. So if I didn't have soap, I wouldn't have some of the best friends that I have right now. And it's very therapeutic. If you're having a bad day, and you want to get your mind off something else, start making soap. Because once you start making it, you can't think of anything else.
You have to pay attention.
You become obsessed with it, and it becomes the topic of conversation all the time. And it also it can become consuming.
July said, unbelievable how our lives have changed and come together. And Jesse said soap has opened up so many doors.